Hello, we are the Cool Group, and today we present our project, which is Pittsburgh Food Pantry Search. Today we will talk to you about, we'll introduce ourselves, we will introduce our project and talk about our vision, the approach and challenges that we faced. And at the end, we will show you our program and how it works. So in our group, we have 4 members, all MSPPM students. And the project that we did is called Pittsburgh Food Pantry Search. And as the name suggests, it's a project that helps residents of Pittsburgh to search for food pantries in their neighborhood. And it's also helpful for government agencies and for nonprofits because it shows them availability of food pantries in different zip code areas, as well as the population that lives in these areas. The special Python library that we used is called Tabulate, and it helps us to print the output provided by Pandas data frame in a manner that is friendly to the user. So in our project, we used 3 sources of data, and the first one is a CSV file, which we got from the Western Pennsylvania Regional Data Center. And there you can just download the file, and it has the information on all social services in that region. So when we created a Pandas data frame with this file, we actually had to remove all the unnecessary data and create a smaller data set of that. And you can see it here in our code that we just chose certain columns like name, hours of operation, and phone. We restricted it to only food banks, only in Pittsburgh, and then changed the column names so that other data also follows the same pattern, the same type. So we didn't have any challenges with getting a CSV file. And now Giovanna will talk about web scraping and challenges we face there.
So for our web scraping, we use the blog foodpantries.org. At that website, they have a list of food pantries in Pittsburgh that people can go to, and includes like the phone number, zip code, address where you can click on the website of the food pantry. And when web scraping from the website, we managed to extract the zip code and the names, and also contact information such as phone number and zip code, but we had some trouble separating that information, the zip code and phone numbers from the contact from each other. So to deal with that, we created a list with all the contact information together. And then we used extracted certain road numbers to get the zip code. And then we also used regular expressions to get the phone numbers from the list. So after doing that, we create a data frame with the information, and then merged it with the data frame from this CSV file. So now that I've talked about web scraping, I'll give it to Bakash on working with API.
Thank you. So I'm going to talk about the challenges that we faced with API, integrating API in our project. Initially, we relied on this website called Postman, which would seem a very wonderful website because it had information of charities in different cities. We thought that we could extract some of the information that may be helpful to the people who are also seeking food relief, and maybe they could apply to some charity and it would help them. However, there was technical challenge with the website accessing its API. Its domain expired in February 25, 2021, and whenever I integrated its URL to our API, it would spew out error like registration decode error, and there were some other errors too, which because of the limited knowledge, we couldn't totally figure it out. So we looked out on other APIs on the internet, and most of them demanded keys. Eventually, to our good luck, we found relevant data for our project on US Census Bureau. And as you can see on the right hand, you have a screenshot, and it has information on, it has two important information, one on zip code and one on population, that we extracted, that we pulled out of it and put it in a data frame. I can go through the data here, code, and it's around 50, line 50. Oh yeah, it's there, it's there. Yeah, just slightly up. Yeah, so these are the different zip codes of Pittsburgh, and that is the website from the Census Bureau. So I just created list, and in that list I added if the zip code, if the information there matched with the information in the URL we had, we would get a list accompanying zip code and population, and that's how, in the end, we also create a data frame with a respective column of zip code and population eventually. So yeah, that's us working with the API. Now Ray will talk about other challenges concerning project, and also will demo us the project.
Yeah, hi. So my name is Ray, and I'd like to introduce another challenge that our project has been facing with. So at first, for the web scrubbing, we were thinking about two web pages. The one that has already been introduced, but the second one is this one, community food bank. And it offers a lot of functions. One of it is to find food. And as we open that page, we find out it allows the user to make a lot of selection and comes out with a list of the food pantries nearby. But however, we realized that this website is actually using the technique of flags, which means the page is actually changing. We can't use Beautiful Soap to do web scraping things. So we can't do that at the current stage, and we move on with another page. And then I would like to share the demo of our project and show how it is actually used. So first, what we have to do is to download Pantry search.python and all data at CSV. And then we use CMD to enter into the environment. We run the file Python. Of course, silence here. Yeah, so here the instruction just popped out. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Food Pantry database. Please select an option from the menu below. So we have all these four functions, and then we went for the first function to search for food pantries nearby. So here's the first attempt. No food pantries available in your area. Please enter a different zip code. We return to the main menu and choose one again. And then this time we use another zip code. And then a series of information pops out because there's actually 4 pantries in this zip code area. There's name of it, type of it, address, city, zip code, website. Here's actually one website, phone number, operation time, important information. If the information is not provided, we would demonstrate an AN. And then the source of it. There's 2 sources, Western Pennsylvania Regional Data Center and Food Pantry.organization. We then return to the main menu and see the second part. So we can see numbers of people per food pantry in your zip code. If there's no food pantry in this zip code, it will demonstrate 0 food pantries for how many people. And we try another zip code. So there's actually a food pantry here. We will demonstrate the number of food pantries and the number of people per one pantry in your zip code. How many of them? And then we return to the menu and see a table of food pantries and population by zip code. It's actually a descending part. It's actually in the descending orders. Descending order of the population. And then we can quit the program here, or we can first return to the main menu and then quit the program. So the whole program is quit. And that's the whole demo of our project. So with doing so, we come to the very last part of this project. Thank you for all the cooperation between all these talented groups, and thank you for the support of our professor for this mini semester. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.